working on day 10, I believe, of Artober, and I've been combining a lot of prompts from 2 different prompt lists, Mosstober and Peachtober. I hope the wind isn't too loud. It's rustle, rustle, rustling. For Mosstober, the prompt is garden, and for Peachtober, the prompt is pixel. So I was thinking about making like a pixelated garden, basically, and then the other day randomly in my journal I had like sketched this TV with like this forest in it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do like a TV and then have the garden like coming out of the TV, and do 2 iterations where in one of them the garden is coming out of the TV, and in the other one it's like a pixelized version of just like the colors. And I honestly just thought that would be fun, like painting a garden on one side and then taking the same color and putting it into these little like square cubes. I think it'll be really satisfying to see how it turns out. It's like a tonic to the soul, coming outside on the fall days and painting. I've had such a busy summer, and like this just feels like my favorite thing to do. I'm so happy. I've done it like so many times over the last little bit because of Artober. Sometimes it's stressful to like, someone's doing construction over there. Sometimes it's stressful to like have to paint so often, but I do combine a lot of prompts. Like in the last video I combined one that was like 5 different prompts over the span of 3 different days, so it's just doing one painting for like 3 days, which is a bit easier. But I've also had some ideas that I've sketched out and I've saved for later because I just can't do them all, and that's okay. But yesterday I made quite a big painting for just one day, and today I'm back at it again. If you want to see the previous 2 paintings I've done for Artober, check out the last video. I think it's worth it. They're pretty good paintings, honestly. There's something about Artober that really like brings out my confidence in painting. I think I just really like prompts, and I should like incorporate prompts throughout the rest of the year as well. It is fall, however it's gotten kind of warm today. Nice. I hope you enjoy all of the fall foliage footage, because I'm really loving just staring out at the trees. It's so pretty in the fall. My painting is confusing, I'd say. The idea behind it was basically I started with the words nasturtium, which is a type of plant, greenhouse, and then village, and then party. And so I basically created this greenhouse where all of these little gnomes live in the forest, and they're having like this Halloween party, and there's going to be like, excuse the plane, disco lighting like coming out, and it's like dusk. There's just a lot of different lighting scenarios going on at once. I should really just wait for the plane to pass, but so it is a little bit complex, and right now it's looking bad, I would say. However, there's potential, so I'm not trying to like give up or anything. I do think there's potential, and I'm gonna finish a lot of it digitally, like all the little tiny detail-y bits. I'm just trying to get like an overall color, texture. When I look at it right now, it's like very confusing what it is if I didn't already know. But the little gnomes that are going to the party, I am also planning on painting them. There's 9 of them, and I made their little outfits, and they're very, very cute. I tried to use a bunch of the prompts from Peachtober and Mosstober for like using all their costumes and all the little gifts that they're holding, and I'm planning to paint that as well afterwards. So I know this video probably comes out after Halloween, and I hope that you are still excited to see these little gnomes in costumes. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I wanted to do kind of like a chatty ending here, but I also wanted to show you guys a bunch of the stuff that I've talked about but haven't shown yet. I've got my tea in a thermos, and this day is ridiculously nice. I wanted to go for a walk, and I've been enjoying some more walks since the weather's been getting cold and the days have been getting darker sooner. And this is like a magical day. It's so beautiful. Wow. So the first thing I wanted to share with you guys was the final version of the painting that I was working on, which was the greenhouse. And I'm actually really proud of how it turned out. I know we left it at kind of like a questionable state. And yeah, I'm proud that I completed this kind of thing that shows like a whole atmosphere and scene, especially when I had like a lot of questions when I started it. Like I didn't really know what I wanted the background to look like, but I think it looks really cool, especially if you zoom in on the little details. And then just picturing all the gnomes going there for the Halloween party is so cute. Also, if I was to like zoom out and look at like a whole trees, like hypothetically I could create like a whole tree village, you know, in a lighthouse, or the greenhouse is only like one aspect of it, and I think that that's really cool to think about. And next up, I want to show you all of the gnomes that I made. I didn't really film anything about it because I was doing digital art, and I just found it really fun to have this kind of like relaxing gnome drawings to do. I was really busy at the end of October, and I just found that relaxing in the evening and drawing these gnomes was like something I really looked forward to. So I'm thinking about doing a Christmas version of maybe like elves or something. I'm not sure. If you have any ideas of like what creature I should do for the Christmas edition, let me know. It might be more clear once I show you the pictures, but yeah, let me know if I should do like a collection of elves wearing like festive stuff. The only thing I can really think of is elves and like fairies. I don't want to do gnomes again. Somehow I've already been talking for 420 minutes and I don't even have a J. Do you think I should do a smoking video? I mean, I know I smoke in a lot of my videos and I used to have a weed finsta, but now I'm starting to think I should do like a smoke and art video. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in the camera now. Now to show you the gnomes finally. Oh my gosh. The first gnome is my favorite gnome, and it's the princess gnome. So I wanted to give them all costumes, and then I also wanted to give them like party favors to bring to the Halloween party. So I had a lot of fun just choosing the outfits and like basing it off of some of the last words from Peachtober. I had a lot of fun making like connections between the gnomes. So once I made the princess one, I wanted to make the knight one. I thought that they could have a teenage daughter who's like dressed up as a witch, and I thought it was cute because this whole family seems to do something creative with their gnome hats and their costume combination. And then the next group I did was an old woman couple of ladies who are very into gardening. One of them's dressed as a tree, like kinda, because she just taped like a branch on her hat, which I thought was very endearing. And then her wife is dressed as a little fairy who's also just kind of wearing her normal clothes with like fairy wings on. So you can tell these guys are kind of lazy, but in a really cute way. And then they have their grandchild, who is also kind of in like the garden theme with like being a spider. So I thought that was really cute. And then the last group of people has this kind of underwater theme. I started with seaweed, and I really love the seaweed costume. I just think it's so cute. And then the lily pad costume is also adorable. And then I made them have like a little kid who is dressed as a pearl or a shell. That's all the Peachtober and Mosstober art that I did this year. It was a really fun year. I love combining prompts, and I love seeing the creative community and like looking at other people's art, doing the same prompts. It's really cool because when I open Instagram during Artober, my whole feed is usually like every artist that I know doing like one prompt that's the same. So I'll just like open it and like scroll down and just be like Pearl like over and over and over again. And I just think that's so like fun to see. It's always cool to see artists' different interpretations of things. That's basically everything for Peachtober, but I also wanted to talk about a few or show videos of a few other things that I had talked about but haven't really shared about. So in the last few videos I was talking about our vest making workshop that we did, which I think was a very big success. I'll start playing the video here. It was 3 parts and I was instructing the last part. That's what this video is from. It's from the customization part, and I brought all my stamp making and my painting stuff. Well, that bird is flapping its wings. It's been really cool getting into workshops. It was something that like scared me a bit to start, and I always felt like I'm not like prestigious enough. But it can be like super casual atmosphere workshops and just like a place for creative people to come together and like hang out and do cool stuff. So that's been the vibe for workshops lately, and I'm really excited about it and excited to keep doing these kinds of things. So one other thing that I wanted to recap on was the crafty Halloween party. We threw it together. It was like vendors, music, crafting stations, and I'm really proud of how that turned out, and I want to share the video with you guys. I was so busy that night running around doing lots of different stuff, but I also had my vendor table set up and I did pretty well as a vendor that night. It's always nice when you have like a busy market and like you're selling stuff, you know, that is the vibe for markets, because then you feel like a real shop. Lots of exciting stuff has happened and it's coming to completion now, and I'm excited for the next winter months. I'm thinking to post every like 3 weeks is my goal. In summer my goal was every 2 weeks, so I am stretching out my goal a little bit to have a bit more of a slow-paced winter time. But I know I've already told you lots of things to comment, like what kind of elf or like creature I should use, as well as if I should do a smoking video. In one of my next videos I'm going to be doing a sketchbook video, so if you have any questions at all about sketchbooking or my art practice or anything like that, please leave them down below and I'll put them into the next sketchbooking video. I'm wishing you all the best. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video soon.